Nigeria is losing over $1 billion each month to illegal dealings in its oil sector, as hundreds of millions of barrels of crude oil is stolen or siphoned from pipelines on a daily basis. The country's petroleum minister revealed that Nigeria is losing 400,000 barrels of crude oil every day via oil theft. The West African nation relies heavily on crude oil as it contributes more than 80% of foreign exchange earnings. Let's have more details of that in this report.
Nigeria has been experiencing some of its worst crude oil thefts in history. Activities of saboteurs have become the bane of the oil industry for Africa's largest producer. Now the NNPC Limited is unraveling its latest discoveries in crude oil racketeering.
We discovered that some of the pipelines are actually connected into individuals' homes. Some of the pipelines and some of the products that we found are actually in churches and in mosques. That means that everybody is involved. Everybody includes members of the community, members of the religious leadership, and also, and most likely, government officials of all natures, including security agency personnel.
Crude oil is Nigeria's mainstay, contributing more than 80% to its foreign exchange earnings. But the nation records an average daily production shortfall of 500,000 barrels per day, lower than the OPEC-approved 1.72 million barrels per day. Faith Mwadishi was a former board member at Nigeria's Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative. She says the state-owned oil company too can't be exempted from the blame.
We're talking about 90% crude oil theft. It means that somebody has not been responsible and somebody needs to begin to take responsibility. Who are the people that were in charge when Nigeria started shouting that we had 4% loss crude oil theft? Now we are having 90% loss of crude oil theft. If you go back to the system, you will see that the people are still being recirculated.
And many industry watchers like Faith want the government to do much more to curtail the menace.
I want to see a situation where government is taking more action than crying out. It needs to be a form of accountability, strong accountability and penalties. People should be penalized for not being competent enough in discharging their duties.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited says for now its network of pipelines has been shut down due to the illegal diversions and oil theft. But authorities say plans are underway to put a final stop to the problem.